Hello everybody here, this is Doc and Howlett, and I got a very big story that I want to talk to you guys about. As if you've read the headline, I'm going to talk about the $1 million Action Comics #1 that's sold, and I will share some links with you in the sidebar, 3 different places, and the first one, actually I'm going to read the story from you from Patrick Henry Press. So here it goes, I'll read the whole article. It says, first Superman comic sells for $1 million, 1938 edition of Action Comics #1 with cover showing superhero lifting car sets record for comic book sale. A rare copy of the first comic book to feature Superman sold for $1 million yesterday, smashing the previous record for a comic. The 1938 edition of Action Comics #1 was sold by a private seller to a private buyer. Neither released their name. The issue, which has a cover featuring Superman lifting a car, originally cost 10 cents. The transaction was conducted through the auction site ComicConnect.com. Stephen Fischler, the co-owner of the site and its sister dealership Metropolis Collectibles, orchestrated the sale. Fischler said the seller was a well-known individual in New York with a pedigree collection, and the buyer had previously bought an Action Comics #1 of lesser importance. The Action Comics #1 is considered by most people as the most important book. John Dolmayan, the comic book enthusiast and dealer best known as the drummer in the rock band System of a Down. It kind of ushered in the age of superheroes, he says. Dolmayan, who owns Torpedo Comics, paid $317,000 for Action Comics #1 issue on behalf of a client last year. That purchase is considered the official public record for comic book sale. Mark Zaid, the marketing director of the Comic Book Collecting Association, said. Zaid added that there had been other private sales in the $300,000 to $450,000 range. The copy sold yesterday fetched a much higher price because it was in better condition, rated as an 8.0 grade out of 10. The fact that this book is completely unrestored and still has an 8.0 grade, it's kind of like a diamond or precious stone, Dolmayan said. It's very rare. Only around 100 copies of Action Comics #1 are believed to remain in existence, and only a handful have ever been rated so high. It is more unusual still for such copies to be made available for sale. It is still a little stunning to see a comic book and $1 million in the same sentence, Fischler said. There's only one time a collectible hits the $1 million threshold. So I'll share with you guys a couple more links from some other sites, one Oregon Press or something like that, and comicspriceguide.com, so please go there and read these stories. But this is something that is amazing for all of us comic collectors, and it's all what we seek, the holy grail of comic books, Action Comics #1. So we all hope that this will eventually happen to us, and we'll get our holy grail. I mean, we all get enthused about collecting the books, the stories. It's all about the characters, and occasionally, you know, we all wish that we will find our book and hopefully make a big a profit, and that profit would probably only go to buying more books and having another turnaround with them, but it's definitely more you know, about the collecting. So this is an awesome moment for all of us comic book collectors, and here's hoping that all of us will find our own holy grail, our own Action Comics #1. And hope you guys can comment, rate, and subscribe. I love this comic book community that we have going here, so please share your videos, your stories, everything, and we'll talk to you guys later.